Proper Context Media, we back. My name is Musa. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You see what the title says. If we can get to the root, it's indicated to the branches. So, RB. RB had let me say, shout out to you, ARP. That was a great event. Like nine and a half out of 10, if not 10. Every battle on there was fire. I liked every single one. I thought all of them, you know what I mean? Everybody came to play, pause. Everybody showed up. Everybody did great. So salute to you. Salute to, you know what I mean, booking them matches and finding good matchups and, you know what I mean, and the talent, showing up and doing what they're supposed to do. Some people didn't get. Some people has good performances, but it just wasn't enough. Let's get into it. Overall, the battle was fire. The first battle, B Magic and Coach Corleone, man, that battle was super fire. Salute to them brothers. It was vintage Magic. Magic showed up, and Magic has been, like you seen the past first battle and the last couple of his performances, Magic has been really good. Salute to B Magic. It seemed like he didn't, you know what I mean, he's back in his bag, and he's doing really well. I had Coach Corleone. I had him winning the first and the third. B Magic feet was off the ground in the third too, but I had B Magic winning the second. But B Magic was in his bag. Like B Magic had some, some of his classic crazy lines. I keep a small circle of people like the Family Dollar logo. It's crazy. Like, yeah, it was. And Coach Corleone, he came out the gate. I felt like Coach Corleone took the first at the end. You know what I mean? Even though he came out swinging off the dribble with the help me with the hangover like Pedialyte, and I feel like his round got better at the end. And Magic had a great first. I edged it to Coach Corleone. Second, I gave to Magic. Third, I edged the coach, but it could be 2-1 either way. It was that great of a battle. Like, salute to them. It was a great battle. News and Pain probably might be my battle of the night, honestly. I watched the battle twice and I still don't have a winner. I'm gonna keep it real. Because of the third. I edged Pain in the first. I edged News in the second. Only because Pain, I don't even know what really happened in the second. Like, you was heating up, like you was cooking, and then you just stopped. Like, it confused everybody because even News was like, oh, you done? And honestly, you did need a little more, especially when News came out with that, you know what Pain is? And like, you could have won that second. You could have been up 2. The third is y'all have both had crazy thirds. I don't know. It's a 2-1 either way. Great battle. My battle of the night was super fire. Both Bad News, his delivery and his aggression. Like, Bad News, he could sell you an empty box, an empty clear box, and convince you that it's a bar of gold inside. Like, I don't know, like he could sell you anything when he rapping. So he's like, his delivery, aggression, and he's really stepped it. One of the slights and things against him used to be that his bars, he had all of that, but his bars wasn't up to par. You can't really say that anymore. Bad News is in his bag, and salute to him. Pain. You might have continued your streak because I've had a 2-1 either way. So, but Pain, you are incredible. I ain't gonna lie. Like, both of y'all are incredible. Pain, the way y'all do y'all are similar, but I feel like Pain, you might do a little more like lyrically and wordplay and scheming why, but News is, I don't know. Y'all kind of do mirror each other. I feel like Pain just does a little bit more, I feel like, on lyrically, but News does a little bit more performance-wise. So I don't know. Salute to them brothers, though. That felt like that was 2-1 either way. which could end up being a classic battle, one of the best battles of the year. This is definitely one of the best cards that we've seen in a long time. Like to have 6 battles and all of them were good, it's kind of crazy. QB and Caution. Shout out to them sisters. That hey, Caution, you came out the gate. Hey, you can. So people can argue that first. I gave that first to QB. But I still hit this ugly bitch's tax time, and you came out the gate with the, you tried to start with the little angle about a nigga, how you lie on a nigga for raping you, and you was cooking. I feel like QB did a little more than I feel, and then second and third was just your rounds were short. I don't know what happened. Like, seemed like your rounds were a little short, and you needed longer rounds because QB was barbecue cooking you. She was cooking you. I gave that QB 3-0, but Caution was fire. Everybody on the card was fire. Everybody on the card did a thing. Caution, she's a star. I feel like she's going to take this as a learning experience. She's going to somebody gonna have some trouble on that in that tournament because she, she gonna take this as a learning experience, and she going the next one. Somebody gonna be, hey, you gonna be in trouble. Remy Ma tournament. So I'm just saying, hey, salute to her. Hopefully she takes it as a learning experience. It gets better. But I had QB 3-0. Like it was right. Jag and Rosenberg. Now, this battle was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know. Everybody kept saying that Jag won the first clear. I don't see him winning the first clear. And then they say Rosenberg won the second clear. I can't say he won the second clear. I do have Rosenberg winning the battle 2-1. I feel like that first was a little closer, and that second was a little closer. I feel like Jag was in his bag. This is the best Jag I ever seen. I mean, he had great performance against Math, but like this, he was in his bag. And Jag found his lane, he found his niche, and I feel like people gonna be in trouble. Jag is fire. Rosenberg, like, listen, first round, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? You seen the height difference, Jag looked like he was barking on you and all that. I don't know what happened by the middle of the second. Y'all was the same height, G. I said, hey, bro, what the? Rose was, I don't know what happened. Rose came fighting back, and in the middle of the second, y'all was the same motherfucking height. Salute to you, though. I'm just saying, Froze. Listen, I don't know. Froze he just a different type of animal. He got like I don't know, his delivery, and he had one of my favorite lines of the event. The whole, hey, what type of car do you drive? The one that got fully loaded weapons, safety off inside. Hey, salute to them. Hey, Jag is fire. I feel like Jag gonna be a problem. But I gave it second and third. I gave it to Rosenberg, especially the third. Rosenberg was in a different bag. Like Rosenberg, the king of RBE. He proved it again. Like he continues to. We forgot that Rosenberg had one on a run. Like Rosenberg was, and he's still continuing it. Like y'all gotta stop playing with Rosenberg for real. Like Rosenberg been out here killing shit for a couple years now. Like it's time for us to stop playing. Geez, yo, salute to you, Rosenberg. You definitely solidified your spot as king of RBE. Now let's get into. I kind of breeze through them because I kind of want to get to this issue. Big K and A-War. Salute. Big K. I had you winning every round. Even the third with the whole Mud Dog situation, I had you winning every round. But I do have an issue with you, sir. It's to exclude the whole Mud Duck thing. We'll get to that, but I'm talking about. So you had a bar in a battle where you said sounds dumber than black Christians. And that's, you know what I mean? I could see where people was making an excuse for you to say that, you know what I mean, that's true. We was forced into a religion and we don't mean we continuing it on blah blah blah. But when you say things like that, you making fun of the victims of the religion by compulsion, of the compulsory religion, and letting the people who transgressed upon the rights of them people and made this atrocity, you didn't address them, you just let them go free. So this is the problem here that I have right now, is that you're not allowed to make fun of the victims of the atrocities and crimes when your people were the proprietors of it. You don't get to make fun of the victims, and they're definitely not addressing the person who did it. Because my problem is that, but the problem is that you let the ones who did it off the hook, and which in turn that means that you agree with them, because the thing is only known by its opposite. If you're going to mock and ridicule the victims of this religion by compulsion, who was forced and coerced and into the religion as a means of disenfranchisement, subjugation, and to make them involuntary servitude, all by making you and your ancestors and the people who which you on the side of rich in the end. And they were the ones who transgressed and trampled upon the rights of the black people. And you, sir, don't have the right. You don't have the right to make fun or mock or ridicule or say anything about the victims of a crime which your people were the transgressors of. How do you mock the ones who were oppressed but don't say anything about the oppressors? Why? Because you're on the side of the oppressors. You do it and you pick the time to do it in Black History Month. While the whole, but then come after that comes about the whole mud duck situation, which now I feel like was generalized. And A words, you don't have the right to try to don't be trying to pull the race card to make it your advantage in a room full of black people. Try to use our black sensitivity against us, because if you really had a problem with it and it was really a thing, then why didn't you address it when it happened? Why didn't you make sure everybody was aware? Why didn't you say nothing or speak out against it then? Don't use it, black sensitivity, as an advantage in the room in a culture full of black people when you have every single advantage outside of it. We're not doing that. Don't you trying to use that to your advantage when you didn't say nothing about it when it happened? We ain't about to be playing with y'all over here. And BK, it don't matter nothing how you feel. You shouldn't be addressing black people in a negative light any type of way, in any type of fashion, since your people were the biggest transgressors of atrocities and transgress upon human rights, civil rights, religious rights to this particular ethnic group. Talking about stupid as black Christians. What are you talking about? You shouldn't be speaking about us. You shouldn't be saying that negatively at all, especially in the culture in which you're benefiting from us. The world benefited from us and continuing to benefit from us. And to the point where now we are mocking the behavior of our oppressors. You see what just happened with Tyree Nichols and them black. So, you don't get to come in here doing Black History Month and start to talk about black Christians or whatever, because when you say that and you don't say nothing about the atrocities and the people who coerced us or made this religion compulsory upon us by threatening and means of death if we do not accept it, then what? We was forced into it by your people. Y'all are the proprietors of the transgression of rights with my particular ethnic group and us. Y'all can't be, y'all see the problem. Y'all keep letting these white boys get comfortable and say anything. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not racist, but I am pro-black. And in the current state, in the current United States, and the current state in which, we live in, and the history of the United States and the history of violence of your people, the propensity of violence of your people perpetually against my particular ethnic group through history makes me feel that every time you say something about us is an attack. And I feel like that was an attack. It was an attack on the people who was forced into it, And it was also, if it was an attack, it was also a pardon to the people who committed these crimes and atrocities to these people that you're making fun of, sir. I don't like none of that stuff. I don't like none of the side shots or none of the, even the mud duck situation. I'm not really tripping on that because the mud duck situation, I do, you know what I mean, say I feel like that's how you feel generally about the black population and the black community because you said certain things, not just this time, but you know, it's been certain things. But all of y'all white people, I feel like. But I don't really care about the mud duck situation because I don't want you to be attracted to our women. I don't feel like I'm not a fan of interracial marriage or dating. And then on top of that, the foundation of the black community is the black family. And you can't say that you care about the black community if you haven't committed to a black woman to make a black family. And you can't understand the struggles that I go through every day as a black man, and I can't benefit from your white privilege. So I don't believe in interracial marriage or dating. So I don't care. You can look at them how you want to because you won't even know. You really don't know how I look at y'all. How I look at y'all women. So, I mean, but I do feel like you have a false sense of superiority like all of the rest of the dominant white society, and it comes out in your raps when you overlook the oppressors and shoot a shot at the ones who are oppressed. Why are they dumb? Because they were forced into a religion and generationally it passed down the same way generationally racism and dominant white supremacy passed down, the religion of white supremacy passed down with y'all ancestors. Like, I don't, just an issue I feel like, I mean, is apparent and people are overlooking. And they overlook them because they will overlook a lot of things for their favorites, but I won't overlook nothing with y'all because in the court system and life in general, y'all won't overlook nothing for us. Y'all use that religion as a means and a tool to keep us disenfranchised and subjugated. 492 years of involuntary servitude, we haven't got a dollar back from it. While y'all continue to benefit from it, the world benefited off our backs literally, and we haven't been compensated for it, not one dime. And you mock us for being forced into religion when y'all did all of these crimes. I don't feel like you have a right to mock anything or say anything bad. As a matter of fact, you should have shot a shot at them, and you chose not to. You chose to shoot a shot at the people who embraced the religion instead of death. It's crazy. But I'm gonna move on. Tired of y'all. Anyway, Ill Will versus Hollow. Dope battle. Super dope battle. Like, this is a great battle. 2-1 either way. I had Ill Will in the first. I had Hollow in the second. The third, they had both great thirds. It was 2-1 either way. I edged Hollow on first watch. I went back and watched it. And not gonna lie, I did not edge Ill Will. So I'm gonna have to watch it a third time and make my decision. But as I call it, it could be 2-1 either way. The first round is close. So overall, it was a dope event. Shout out to ARP. This is a crazy event. I was going to try to be there, but I couldn't make it because of work. But it was a dope event. Shout out to you, brother. You had put it together great matchups, great cards. Shout out to Wing, Lauren. Shout out to y'all, the Bricks, everybody who who was on the card, all of the fans and supporters that pulled up, people who bought the pay-per-view. I appreciate the contributions to the culture, ARP and RBE, man. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all, I don't like how y'all feel like, I don't like how people keep describing y'all as this, you know what I mean? The G League and stuff, I feel like is the NBA and the ABA. And eventually the NBA had to acknowledge the ABA and tried to merge with them because it was same way with the NFL and AFL. Keep on going, brother. I feel like you're gonna, you know what I mean, you're gonna get your respect either way. You know what I mean? One way or the other. And they're gonna have to acknowledge you as, and I feel like they already acknowledge you as that, because if not, they wouldn't address you with certain things how they address you with. But you know, salute to you, salute to the platform, Proper Context Media. Please like and subscribe to the channel.